Hi everyone. So today we are going to see how can we deploy a Node.js application on Docker, and then we will add a domain there. So even if you don't have any idea about like how Docker works and how Nginx work, and you just want to set up your application and access it from the public, then you can like watch this video. So first of all, what we can do, we can create one virtual machine. It can be on any of the cloud platform. So I'm using GCP now. I'm just going to connect to it. It's just the raw instance. We can do SSH from here in GCP, and also we can do it from the terminal as well. So first of all, what I will do, I will install Docker there. Then I will clone the code for Hello World, and then we will deploy the application, and we will set up Nginx as well for proxy pass, and then we will move forward. So I just have this script from which I can install Docker. You can simply copy and paste this script and it will do the rest. So here Docker and Docker Compose is getting installed. And this is the Hello World application example which I'm going to deploy. Meanwhile it's getting deployed, we can see the Docker file as well. So this is simply like it is pulling the node image, and it just copying the package JSON and package log JSON, copying tsconfig, and then just installing the packages whatever defined in the package JSON, then building the packages, like building the code, and then deploying it. Okay, so if you see, we don't have any file there. If I do sudo docker ps, so Docker is installed here. Now I will clone the code. Okay, so it's cloned. So now what we have to do, we have to build the image. For that we will use this command. So basically this command will build the Docker image, like it's creating the layers inside, like currently layers are creating inside the Docker image. Even we can use Alpine image to reduce the Docker image size, but sometimes we need few packages which are there in the base image, that is later means node only. For that purpose I am using node only. This might take time, like npm install might take time, as it depends upon the packages, which all packages are being installed. So these are just the warnings, and like this code is stored, that's why like all packages are updated. So that means few packages are deprecated as well, so for those warnings are there. Okay, packages are installed now. Now build steps will run. As I already mentioned, this code is too old. That's why these too many warnings are there. Okay, so image is created. If you do sudo docker images, it will show the image which is created. Now what will we do? We will run it. So first of all, check on which image, means on which port it should run. So it's not here. So in SJS we can go inside src and we can see main.ts. So if we don't provide any env, then it will run on 5000. So for now we will run it on 5000 only. So sudo docker run -d, that is for discharge mode. Now I'm mapping the ports. You can map it to 80 as well here, so then you don't need Nginx for proxy pass. But like I'm going to discuss Nginx as well, so we will use 5000 for now. Now hyphen name and then hello world. So this is the container name, and then I will provide the image name. Okay, so it's running in detached mode now. So if we do sudo docker ps, so now our application is running on port 5000. If I do curl localhost 5000, then it's return. Yeah, it's working now. Now in our machine only port 80 and 443 are open. So what I will do, I will install Nginx. So this is my public IP. So if I copy it, currently nothing is there on port 80. If I try 5000, then it will not work because this is not allowed from the firewall till now. We can allow that one from firewall here. Let me show you how can you do that. We can create on firewall rule. We can provide it allow 5000 port. I'm going for ingress. So we can define specify targets as well, or we can do all instance in the network. So I'm going to do all instance in the network for now because I just have one instance. Here we have to define, if we have to open it to all, then we can define this IP range. Otherwise we can provide our IP only. Yeah, I specified port and that will be 5000. Now I'm creating it. Once it is created, then it will be accessible. Let's see what the issue here. It's showing okay. Okay, that would be the issue. See, on HTTP it's working now. Now we will map it to 80, because if you see on 80 it should not be working. Yeah, it's showing Nginx because we installed Nginx there. So we will update Nginx config now. So if you are just doing for your development purpose, then you can update the default file as well. Otherwise you have to create one new file and then you have to link it to sites enabled. So let's update default for now. So if you have to set it up like that so that your domain can only access this IP, then you can bind this with server name. Then if someone else will try to use it with your IP, then it will not work. But for now we have to access it with the IP as well, so we are leaving it as it is. So for proxy pass you can do like this. So now you are proxy passing from 5000 to 80, and then you have to reload the Nginx. Sorry, and that earlier one was for systemctl. Okay, reload is done. Now if you try it, then yeah, now it's working on 80. And now if you see it's not secure, it's only on HTTP because we haven't added any uh, SSL here. So now we will see how to add a domain there. I have Cloudflare where my DNS is added. So what we will do now, we will map it to the domain. So this is the site where I'm going to add it. We have to go to DNS. And now here we can add the record. So let's suppose you are trying to edit subdomain like test, and after that it will add dot hello this domain. So it now my domain will be like test.masterops.xyz. I will add the IP now. Make sure you are adding it as a record, and keep the proxy status on because we are using Nginx. We can save it. So if you try to use test dot, yeah, so it's mapped now, and if you see it's on HTTPS, that is secured one. So this is because Cloudflare provide routing to HTTPS, and they provide their own SSL certificates which we can use. So if you go to SSL as certificates, so these are active. Otherwise if you don't, if you are not using Cloudflare, if you are using some other DNS, then you have to create your certificate. You can either use Let's Encrypt or you can use ACM, and you can also use, like in GCP you can use certificates where you can create certificate and attach it. Thank you everyone. I appreciate your tuning in for this tutorial. Remember to hit the like button, share with others, and subscribe to stay updated. And yeah, and drop your thoughts in comments and let me know which subjects you would like cover next.